Hey there, YouTubers. Today I thought I'd do the book reading of the Paw Patrol Mighty Movie Storybook. Warning, this will contain major spoilers for those who have not seen the Paw Patrol Mighty movie yet. I've seen it, it's awesome. It was another busy day in Adventure City for the Paw Patrol. They had just finished fighting a fire at a scrapyard. "We're just glad there's not too much damage," said Ryder, after the owners thanked the team. While the pups cleaned up, Chase learned that someone had stolen a giant electromagnet from the scrapyard. I wonder who that was. Later, everyone in Adventure City prepared to watch a meteor shower. Everyone except the scientist Victoria Vance, also known as V. She had stolen the giant electromagnet from the junkyard for her plan to pluck a magical meteor out of the sky. "My latest invention, the meteor magnet, will grab one of those meteors and gently deliver it to my doorstep," said V, recording a video. Back at the Pup Tower, Ryder introduced the team to the junior patrollers Nano, Minnie and Tot. They're working on their astronomy merit badges, so I invited them to watch the meteor shower with us, he said. "I don't know about this junior patrol thing," mumbled Liberty. "Don't write them off just because they're small," replied Sky. Little did the pups know that they were in danger. V had lost control of the meteor and it was heading straight for Adventure City. "Everybody out of the street," yelled Chase. "You need to take cover." The meteor smashed into the tower, ripped through the street, and landed on the ground as a meteorite. "It's giving off a strange energy pulse," said Ryder. "Let's find out what's going on." Everyone knew that V had caused the crash thanks to her video. She was quickly arrested and put in the Adventure City jail, where she soon made a new friend. "Hello, Romy," said the arch-rival of the Paw Patrol, Mayor Humdinger. Ryder and the pups moved to a new aircraft carrier, where they ran tests on the mysterious meteorite. "We'll leave it to scan overnight and see what we can learn tomorrow," said Ryder. Later that night, while the pups were sleeping, Sky was woken up by a strange noise. She went to the lab and lightly touched the meteorite. It fell apart! Then the crystal claw split into 7 shards. When Sky took hold of one of the glowing shards, she began to float. The crystal had attached itself to her collar, and suddenly she could fly. She accidentally punched through a metal wall and woke the other pups up. "What's going on?" asked Ryder. "I think I've got superpowers," replied Sky. One by one, the pups approached the crystals, which attached themselves to their collars. They instantly had superpowers. Marshall could create fireballs, Chase learned that he had super speed, while Zuma transformed into water. Rocky was a walking magnet, and Rubble could become a wrecking ball. But Liberty wasn't sure what her superpower was yet. "It's like these crystals amplify something about you," she said. "Now that we're super, we're going to need a new name," said Rubble. "How about the Mighty Pups?" suggested Ryder. The pups loved it, and that's what they became. The Mighty Pups. The Mighty Pups even made the news. "Now we know that superheroes are real," said Sam Stringer, the news reporter. "They've arrived in Adventure City and they call themselves the Mighty Pups. Thanks to the superpowers contained in that mysterious meteorite, the Mighty Pups are truly unstoppable." But V watched the newscast from jail. "That was my meteorite. They should be my superpowers," she cried. "We'll help you get out of here if you promise to share some of those superpowers with me," said Humdinger. "It's a deal," said V. They escaped through a secret tunnel which ran down for a toilet. Yuck! Back on the aircraft carrier, Liberty decided to train the new recruits. "Are you 3 puffballs serious about joining the Paw Patrol?" she asked. They all cheered yes. "Then I'm going to turn you into lean, mean, fluffy little rescue machines." And she did. Meanwhile, V planned to use Humdinger's jet to lure the pups to her. She threw some snacks into one of the jet's engines and called Ryder's pup pad for help. "Mayday, mayday," yelled V. "We need immediate assistance." Ryder answered the call. "Sky, I need you to fly up there and carry that plane down safely," he said. "Are you up for it?" "I'm a mighty pup. I was made for this," said Sky. Sky quickly caught up to the damaged jet, but when V stole her collar, she realised it was a trick. V, Humdinger and the kittens jumped out of the plane. "Ryder, come in, this is Sky," she said. It was a trap. They stole my crystal. I've got no powers and the plane is going down. Sky, we're clearing a runaway. Set a course for Main Street, Ryder replied. Marshall handled crowd control, while Rowell patched up a hole in the street. Then Chase marked the runway with flares. Sky was able to land safely, but she was disappointed not to have her powers anymore. It was fun to fly without a helicopter. I'd do anything to get that crystal back, she told Chase. Back at her observatory, Vi attached Sky's crystal to her necklace. I finally got enough power to catch all the meteors I want. I'll be the greatest scientist in history. Back on the aircraft carrier, Sky made up her mind. If I'm going to get my crystal back, I'm going to need all the power I can get, she said, attaching the other pups' crystals to her collar. I'll have them back before anyone knows they're gone. Sky found Vi at the observatory, but Vi trapped her in a force field and stole the rest of her crystals. She used her new superpowers to pull dozens of meteors towards Earth. Stop! People could get hurt, said Sky. I tried to do things the right way, but I was swept aside and laughed at, replied Vi. I promised myself I'd never let anyone make me feel small ever again. I know what it's like to feel small. You have to work twice as hard as everyone else just to prove you belong, said Sky. That's why I risked everything to get my crystal back. But all I did was make things worse for my friends. Just then Humdinger arrived. One of those crystals is mine, he said. Ugh, fine, a deal's a deal, said Vi. Humdinger snatched the crystal and began to grow and grow. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to pay a visit to the Paw Patrol, he said. Without their superpowers, the Paw Patrol had to go back to basics. The team raced out to face Humdinger. Spread out and don't get stepped on, said Ryder. Before long, Humdinger had them cornered. Looks like it's the end of the road, Paw Patrol, he said. Thankfully, Nano, Minnie and Tot weren't far away. The Junior Patrols are on a roll, yelled Minnie as he and Tot used the crane to grab onto Humdinger's mustache. They risked up Humdinger's nose, which gave Marshall enough time to take the crystal out of his jacket pocket. The pups were mighty once more. The Junior Patrols had saved the day. Humdinger shrank back down to normal size and was taken to jail. And after that, the Junior Patrollers helped Zuma free Sky and get the rest of the crystals back from Vi. Then Liberty discovered her superpower. I'm stretchy. I mean, how did I not think of that, she said. I'm a sausage dog. I've already stretched out in real life. When Ryder learned that the meteors were still on their way to Earth, he quickly came up with a plan. Sky, I need you to fly up there and destroy as many of those meteors as you can, said Ryder. I'll give it everything I've got, replied Sky. You better take all the power you can get, said Chase. So he and the rest of the Paw Patrol gave Sky their crystals. No pup is too small, shouted Sky as she punched the meteors away. Adventure City was saved. Let's hear it for Sky and the Mighty Pups, cheered the crowd. So it just goes to prove, no pup is too big, no meteor is too big, no pup is too small. Hope you enjoyed this book.